What's up, y'all? It's Love and Marriage Huntsville night. Let's get into it. What's up, y'all? Season 6, Lord Jesus, episode 2. Oh my goodness, so many conversations happened this episode. So first of all, Miss Dina, aka Christina, is living her best life right now, so she will not be joining. And she may or may not show up, who knows? But we got to continue to get through this. So let's do this, y'all. So this episode we have mad conversations. We got Mel and Stormy combo talking about secrets and phone recordings and changing phone numbers and all of that nature. We've got Kimmy and Martell convo, which was very fun to see because you don't get to see them one-on-one a lot, having their own little conversations together. Martell wants to walk Mel to her car, and she is being everything difficult, and we don't understand why. Martell meets with the Fletchers, and he goes in on talking about, once again, the 20-something babysitters. I need these 20-something babysitters to speak out. Because if it's actually, I love that he's consistent with the number that he is claiming, but I need these 26 babysitters to speak up or something. There is 30 days, 31 days in a month, right? So that would mean that she is taking these kids to a new person almost every day of the month. I be liking to side with Martell lately, but that's a little excessive, Martell. So I'm starting to wonder. Okay, but anyway, we also going to talk about when Mel and Nell Fletcher meet after the whole Martell conversation with them. And then we finally see Tisha talking about getting her broker's license. Congratulations, Tisha. Yeah, girl, hey. Okay, and she wants her cousin Courtney to come and be a broker for her, but the twist is she will come work for her if she and Kiki talk it out. Courtney says she will come work with her and her broker if her and Kiki work it out. So we will see that happen. And of course, you see Tisha and Kiki box out and talk. So let's just talk about the whole Stormy and Mel combo first and foremost. Okay. So we saw over after the season had wrapped up last that Stormy and Stormy's mother were going on social media, saying a lot of things about Mel. At first, people thought it was Stormy herself, but it was actually Stormy's mom, Miss Betty. So obviously, we see the continuation of that conversation between Mel and Stormy. And you can, at first, it was real cool between Mel and Stormy. They seemed to be just talking it out, and it didn't seem to be like no bad blood. But as the longer the conversation went on between them, you could tell that Mel was starting to be Mel. And you know how Mel gets when she's in a conversation and she's trying to be cool, calm, and keep her composure. But we know what Mel is doing. She's low-key, saying the little things that Mel says. So Stormy is really keeping her composure. So I got to give her that. They both are actually. So I thought at first they was going to squash it. Okay, I really did. But I should have known better because that's not how Mel rolls. Once you enter Mel's bad spot, there is no getting out. Regardless if you're in the wrong or not. There is no getting out when it comes to Mel. When Mel has in her spot, she has made her decision. She is about to protect her peace, and she ain't got no time for the BS after that. Okay? Now, I will say this. Mel handled this better than she would have last season, I think, because I don't know what it is, if she really do got a man or not. But Mel don't seem as, and it's only episode 2, and don't shoot me yet, y'all, but Mel don't seem as bad as she was the last 2 seasons. She seems to be a little happier, and she ain't going for the juggler as soon as things go left. Okay. Now don't shoot me, y'all. Y'all, I know how y'all is. But okay, I had last season, I kind of went in on Mel a lot. And y'all know I like to be neutral. So this season is gonna have to be something else. I'm not about to jump on Mel this season. She got hers. Martell got his for like 3 seasons ago. So I feel like I have paid my dues. Okay. But at the end of it all, how do y'all feel about this? If you friends with someone and they change their number and you don't have it, they don't give it to you, what are you gonna think? And I have to side with Stormy on this by saying, if I don't have your number and we friends and you don't give it to me, I'm not about to sit here and DM you or none of that, because first of all, we cool. You should have gave me your number. If we got beef, you could have told me we got beef. That's how I feel about the whole situation. Hey, BB. Oh, we see your face now. Look at you. Okay. Does that mean you ain't going to choose violence no more? Is this a new leaf we turning over? Since Mel don't seem like such a bitch, you don't want to be like that? No. Hey, girl. Hey. As you see, the queen is solo today. I do not know where my Afro mama is. I'm about to kick her tail. And Dina's living her best life. She out of town doing her. So I'm just doing this recap just to get through it. And my babies will be back with me next week, hopefully. I don't know about mine. I'm about to fire her. She didn't even tell me she was late. She in other groups talking. So I don't know where she is. But she ain't here. Anywho, we're gonna keep going. So yeah, how do y'all feel about that? I don't understand how you can be someone's friend and I give them your number. That really shows where y'all friendship is at. I'm sorry, it says a lot without saying really nothing. Because first of all, I'm not about to DM you. We ain't cool. We don't talk like that. I'm not I'm not a fan. I'm not a millimeter. I'm not about to DM you. You don't, she don't always check her DMs, because back when the show first started and I used to say stuff to Mel, she never checked her DMs, so she lied about that, unless she only checked certain people. Anywho, she was a liar. I will remind everyone, before last season, she was kikiing with Stormy that they joked about the BJ. That is Stormy's mom. Yeah, see, and that too, she showed it when they was in that warehouse. I remember that was like one of the first. It was like the second time they showed Stormy. I remember that. Exactly. Yes, BB, you right. So it's like, really? I just don't understand the whole phone number situation. Now, you changed your number 5 times, and she admitted that she changed her number like 5 times since Martell, and it's like basically all because of him, and she ain't gave him the number because you don't want him to have it. You gonna give people the number that you want to have it. What is one of the first things you do when you get a new number? You text people, this my new number, right? This my new number. This me. I know I do. The important people in my life that I want to continue to conversate with and be in touch with have my number. I mean, I thought Stormy was teaching her the ins and outs of the business and all of that stuff. You would think that Stormy would have been a number she would have had on hand. Just saying. Or Stormy would have had her number. That's why I just don't understand. And that's why it goes to show Mel did feel some type of way. She felt some type of way, but like always, she wants to act like she don't for some reason. And she wanted to play coy about it. And I don't understand, but that ain't me. If you are my friend and I change my number, I'll call you directly to make sure you have the new number. Mel was quick to use Stormy when she wanted to use her house to premiere that awful bit. Girl, say that again. Say that one more time, because she sure the hell did. Exactly. Stormy has been very good to her. And I don't understand where this all came from. Okay, Stormy mama said something. Well, Stormy, fuck your mama. That's what you should have said, and maybe that would have been the case, but you didn't have to blame Stormy for that. Unless there's some other things going on there that, again, we don't know. I hate to say a black woman is jealous of another black woman, but it happens a lot. And I don't want that to be the case, but they are both in similar, industries, whatever you want to call it. They're both in the beauty shit. And so Stormy has been doing her thing for a very long time. And Stormy was giving her tips before. So at that point, I feel it's not owed her, but damn, Mel, shit. Perky, that is not my picture. This is. Oh my God, it is. Oh, I love it. I love that. I support and respect and accept that. I love that. That is so cool. Miss Betty got fans already. See what I'm saying? That's the shit I love. Okay, so, and this whole recording thing, I don't know who recorded this woman. I don't understand why she really that upset about it. The things that this recording show is things that Mel has said before. So I don't understand why she's so upset about the recording. I mean, yes, that is a violation. And yes, she does have a right to be mad. But I guess for me, the way that the story is carrying on, I didn't think that it would be such a big deal, I guess. I don't know. I just don't understand the whole hoopla with that. But as always, it could just be because, Mel got what she needed from Stormy and she moved right along. Now, the test, if they're ever really friends, I feel that they will come back together and be friends if the friendship was real. If that shit was never real, then they is not about to get back to being friends. And that will just be the end of it. Because the millimeters have been going hard with a capital D on Stormy and Miss Betty, I feel. And I don't feel that Stormy is the type to be like, okay, I can forgive and forget. I don't think Stormy is like that. So I honestly don't think that there's any salvaging that friendship if it ever was a real friendship. And then we had the whole thing like, doesn't Mel know Ariane? And the whole thing about once upon a time, Ariane was supposed to have talked her into being on the show or something. I really would love to know the whole deal about that as well, because we never really got to the bottom of that situation. When will Mel stop being predictable? She was quick to call Stormy her friend when she needed the pit bull to fight off Destiny and Tisha. Also, she asked Stormy for advice having a business. See, and that's what I'm saying, the whole business aspect. Like, Stormy seems like a good person you will want in your corner, as a friend and everything for a lot of different reasons. So, I don't understand what was the big deal that Mel couldn't talk to her and get over that. Because if it was something Miss Betty has said, then you know what? Deuces to your mama. I don't like her and I don't ever want to see her. Me and you cool, but your mama I can't mess with. And I felt that that's how it should have, could have went between them if it was a real friendship. But we're going to move on to the next combo because everybody had a conversation this episode, I feel. It was like, what? Okay, Kimmy Martell combo. So, Kimmy's party is still going on and her and Martell are talking. They sitting down, having a good time, shooting the shit or whatnot. Martell's got this big ass smile on his face and Kimmy is talking to him about, life, whatever, where he's at right now. Do he miss the family? Do he miss his wife? And while they were having that conversation, you see them jump to her in the confessional saying that it seems that now Martell is starting to let his ego, go to the side and start to admit how he really feels. which means that Martell definitely does have an ego. So, hold on, what BB said. The millimeters need to understand that Stormy got it out of the mud before Mel. True. And they know that. They know that. That's the thing. They know that. And but when you're a millimeter, none of that matters. None of that matters when you're a millimeter. Period. So anyway, so Martell's all like, yeah, he, missed being married and all that stuff, and he missed her, period. And I don't understand why this keeps happening. Martell is really afflicted, and I feel he really do need some help. He really do need some counseling. And he talked to Miss Marlene about getting counseling last episode, and I really hope that he do, because there is something going on with Martell. We, finding out that Martell had this big, huge blow up during the reunion. And that is, Mel said that's why she was crying. Because before that whole thing that Carlos did, saying that Martell misses Mel and all of that stuff and still loves her, and you see her crying, she said she was crying because right before that break, whatever, Martell just like flipped out, I guess. I don't know what it was, but Martell flipped out. So maybe Martell likes to do things when the cameras ain't rolling, and he puts on a little front when the cameras are rolling, and that's possible. Y'all know I got to play devil's advocate here, and that's possible that happens. I just don't understand. Whoever is the one lying, why is y'all lying? One of y'all is definitely lying. There's two of y'all. One of y'all is lying. Mel, you lying? Or Martell, you lying? One of y'all is lying. Why is it so hard? And it's weird because both of y'all together. How is it that you can lie on someone? There's only two of y'all, and y'all know one of the other one is the liar. That's the disconnect and craziness and psychoness of it all. He misses having a family unit. Yes, he do. But I'm gonna need him to express that in a different way, because if that's what he missed, the way he's lashing out, if that's true, that ain't gonna get his family back. It's just not. And you see how Mel acts toward him. Like, he couldn't even walk her to her damn car just then. So it's like, you don't even want this man to walk you to your car. That's the problem. And that's the father of your children. Fake Carlos needs to stop bringing on the Fletchers. Nobody cares about them. Their scenes are very forced. Mel and Martell both miss each other. If they would admit it, they can move accordingly. They shook hands. And I honestly believe the show is stopping them. And as much as I love Mary Hunchfield, I can't wait till the show is actually over with. So we can see how they really are. Because this show does not help them. Because as soon as they do get to a good place, the show starts and it starts showing everything that they went through before they got to that good place. Now they in their feelings again. They got to relive this all over again. And here we go. And it's just a vicious cycle. Tuco says they both lie. Ooh, okay. So what you think that Martell is lying about? Do you think that he is actually telling Mel, like she said, texting her, say, you gonna marry me again? We still want to be. Does anyone believe that Martell is giving these texts? I feel if he is, Mel, show them, please. Please show the receipts. And y'all remember a while back before the season started, like right when the last season ended, she said, just wait. She's gonna have this like event where she's gonna let people come in and she's gonna drop receipts and just tell the whole story. What happened to that? We never got that. She was supposed to lay it all out on the line, the text messages, the phone call histories, pictures, if there was, like everything. We never got that. So I feel if Martell is really sending her these texts of everything that she has revealed and put out there already. I've never seen the text of Martell saying, "You gonna marry me again," or anything of that. Like, if that is true, that is the stuff Mel needs to be putting out there. Because at this point, somebody is lying. Tuco says they both lying. I'm gonna need everyone to show some receipts at this point. I believe he does, and she plays into it because they both really love each other and still really would be together. And I wouldn't be surprised. And you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of this back and forth stems from the fact that they still messing around here and there or whatever. I mean, come on now. Look at Martell. And Mel's a pretty woman. So you familiar with it. You have 4 kids by the man. If you've been together that long, there's no way you can just leave that alone just completely. That was your husband, the father of your children, your soulmate, your life partner, your business partner, all of that. Like, they had ties to each other, like mad ties to each other, not just love and the family, business, just everything, history. They've been together for so long. So it's like, it's not easy to dismiss and forget that. And you're going to miss it. You are definitely going to miss it. So everyone has a moment of weakness, and I believe Mel has felt weak many a times. And that is why Martell probably feels that he can still say stuff like, "We gonna be back together." If there's some type of hope or any inkling, of course. So that's how I feel. I feel that they still may have messed around still after the whole thing. Okay. So at the party, this was the funniest thing to me. This was so funny. Martell wants to walk Mel to her car. So Mel's trying to leave the event, and Martell's just trying to be nice, walk the woman to her car. And I don't see why it's so bad. If you ain't gonna give the man a prayer, please let the man walk you to your car, Mel. My goodness, let the man walk you to your car. It's right there. So she's saying, "Oh, I'm parked right out front." He's like, "No, it's across the street. Why are you lying?" She is making it so difficult. She's making it a big situation. And this man is just trying to make sure the mother of his kids get to her car right. And I thought that was very nice, sweet, and protective. Like, I'm saying, does that make sense? She has too much pride to give in. He hurt her bad. Yeah. And it's true. But at what point can you finally let go or give a little? You mad, you ain't ever gonna forget it. True. But at some point, the time heals all wounds. And it's been some time. So you would have figured that she has started to heal just a little bit. But the problem is, she comes off like it just happened and it just started. And there is no way. He tried. He tried. Here. Yeah, he did ask for the prayer. He tried to ask for the prayer. But Mel ain't going to give him that. And if God said go, you would think, if God is in the corner and he's bringing God to her, isn't that supposed to be the Christian thing? If God comes into this and God says go, God says pray with the man. I don't understand. I really would love to know what is it going to take for Mel to not be like this toward Martell. Martell seems to be trying on camera. I will say that on camera. We see that on camera. Martell seems to be trying. But if she ain't gonna meet him halfway, he about to be aggravated, mad. That's when his little thing comes in where, forget it. I don't want to deal with her, and she want to be difficult, this, that, and the third. Someone gonna have to at some point, one of these adults is gonna have to actually be one. For the sake of the kids. Because what is we doing? Okay, we are doing too much. So Martell meets with the Fletchers next. And that whole conversation So someone said before they sick of seeing the Fletchers and it seems forced. Who said was a VB? Yeah, fake Carlos needs to stop bringing on the Fletchers. I do wonder. I wonder every time the Fletchers come on, why are the Fletchers here? I don't see, but I guess, Martell needed someone to talk to. And you want to have someone who's not in the group sometimes talk. So I really like Nell Fletcher. She seems really it's Mr. Fletcher I don't trust. I don't trust him. He got secrets too. We've heard him being into some situations and all of that jazz in the past couple of seasons. So I don't trust him at all. But his wife, she seems cool. Now, so Martell wants to go and have this conversation with him again about the 20-something babysitters. Now, we touched on this briefly earlier, so I'm just touching it briefly again. I need to see some of these babysitters, okay? If there's 20-something and ain't none of them spoke out, I need to know why. 20 babysitters and none of them have spoke out. Because if you got 20 babysitters, not all of these babysitters can be that close to you and family members. So I'm sure one of these babysitters is willing to spill the beans for a little piece of change or something of the lines, if this is true. So there's that with that. I don't believe it's 20 babysitters. Maybe more than Martell would want. However, I don't feel it's necessary for her to call Marcus and watch the kids if Martell is in town. It don't make sense. If she's doing it if she's doing it is specifically to be petty, that has to be the case. But I just don't believe there's 20-something babysitters. This is why I don't believe the Sheree story. He is very uncomfortable talking about her. And that's true too. And so I wonder how much of her will we see. And the only thing we've seen so far is a FaceTime between them. I need to see them interact together. But we're gonna see that on Real Housewives of Atlanta when it comes back and stuff. So we'll see how that goes. I don't know how much longer they can milk this, but I feel after this season airs, it'll be a wrap. Because ain't nothing came from it so far. Whatever situation or whatever they thought that they was going to get out of it, I don't think it went the way that they thought it was going to go. So if this is fake or whatever this is, they need to just leave it alone and let it go. Because ain't nobody buying it. Especially when he's still up in love with Mel. And then you got rumors of Martell being arrested because him and Ariane having sex too loud and people calling the police on him, but he didn't get arrested and it was see, more BS. That's what I'm talking about. So it's like, at this point, Sheree and Martell, that's fake. It's going to end up real soon by the end of this season of Real Housewives of Atlanta. They got what they was going to get out of it. No one's buying it, so it's a wrap. And that's all I got to say about that. It ain't happening. So after Martell meet with the Fletchers, Mel and Nell Fletcher meet up together and they have a convo. And this is this is Mel's opportunity to show her innocence in the situation, if you want to say that. I'm honestly at this point like, okay, Mel, you say you chose this life. You wanted to be a singer. You wanted to be an actress. You wanted to do all of these things. So I can't feel sorry for you and sad and have sympathy over the fact that you only see your kids every other week. You're the mother. And you're trying, not going to swear you're going to court to try to get full custody. I don't understand how that's going to work for her if she can't even see him like that because she's always busy. You got your beauty care business going on. You just got Sugar Mama's beauty care business going on. You still singing and all other type of stuff. Hey, Jenica. Hey, girl. Hey. That scene was very calculated. Mel seems to forget they brought this drama to the show. Exactly. That did, and now that conversation felt more forced than Martell's combo with the both of them. And I feel that was both calculated. That Martell had to have his conversation with them for Mel to have this conversation with Nell alone. And I'm not feeling it. I'm actually not feeling this whole thing anymore, and I want it to stop. Can it stop? Can it please stop? I'm ready for it to stop. I need something else to go on. I need what would I like to see going on between? Can y'all just be decent people and co-parents and parent together? My goodness, like y'all need to have a real sit down. Y'all need to go to counseling together at this point. And they do. They need to go to counseling together, and then they need to go to counseling with kids. After they figure they stuff out, they need to bring the kids in and have family counseling. And that would be something that I would want to see. We do not showcase Black people in the Black community getting counseling and talking to someone, expressing the fact that they need to talk to someone, expressing the fact that they do need help. And that would take the show in a completely different stage. But they have to be willing to be that vulnerable and show that part of their lives. We don't want to see the surface stuff anymore. We got Kimmy showing us about her cancer, y'all. Okay? You can't get no more vulnerable than that. So if she can do that, shave her head and everything, like she brung it more than anybody has. And this is what y'all want to show? Just y'all back and forth then? We tired of it now. So that has got to stop. And Carlos, you should be ashamed of yourself for continuing this story this long. It's really at the point where you just need to let it go. This might be my final season. I can't take this same storyline anymore. They can't go to counseling if one party is open and the other blames everybody else, calling people emotional vampires. Everyone's going to have to take ownership at this point. And at this point, that's the only thing I really want to see between Martell and Mel is them going to counseling. I mean, y'all can show us a little bit. Y'all ain't got to show the intense 5 hours that they need, 5 sessions that they need, but show y'all going, talking about it, making the appointment to go, showing up, walking out, something. At this point, y'all too damn old for this. It was funny and fun and entertaining, but it ain't no more. I agree. How can they have effective parenting with all the issues? He can't call her, so how do he get the kids confused as fuck? See, if I know if they still doing the same thing, you know, she would drop him off to Miss Marlene, or he would drop him off to Miss Van, and it would go like that, and then the other would show up and pick him up and do what it is that they do. That's how it's been working. But I feel it's very, very messed up that y'all can't even talk to each other on the phone. And it's weird because you won't let him have your number, but yet you have no problem calling him on the phone, on camera, to invite him to a party. That's weird. It is. It don't make sense. I don't like this. The more I talk about it, the more it's like none of this is really adding up. None of this is making sense, and I'm tired. I really am. Okay, whatever. So, congratulations to Tisha. Tisha got her broker's license, and she meets up with her cousin Courtney to discuss that she wants her cousin Courtney to come work with her in her brokerage. And Courtney's like, look, I just transitioned. Whoop, whoop, whoop. I ain't trying to do all that yet, but I will consider it. So then Tisha wants to throw her a curveball and be like, look, okay, since you know, she starts talking about her and Kiki, and Kiki is mad that she's made bad choices to where her life has led her and all of this stuff. So we're getting back into the whole cousin Kiki situation. So Courtney says, well, how about this? If you are willing to meet up with Kiki and talk, I will come to your brokerage. And I guess it was an offer that Tisha could not refuse. And so she said, yeah. So her and Kiki end up meeting. and they end up meeting at a boxing place or whatever, and they working out, doing boxing things, throwing punches, not at each other, thankfully. Courtney is beautiful and needs to stay at her brokerage. Don't mix family and business. The tide always turns. That is true. That is true. But hopefully things work out. You can only hope. I mean, make sure you still got your own thing going just in case, because you never know. You just don't. But yeah, she is a beautiful girl, and her and Tisha do look a lot alike. Yep, you can tell they is definitely related. Specifically, goodness gracious. So Tisha, she's at the boxing place, whatever, and here comes Kiki rolling in, and they get to practicing boxing or whatever. Now, Kiki has said, I have not watched it, and I meant to watch it before I did this live, but today didn't go right. Kiki did a live. She went live after the episode aired, and she wanted to talk about that scene. She's what I got from that before I turned it, because I didn't want to watch it, listen to it before I watched the show. But she said that was like a 5-hour conversation that they were having, basically. So we didn't see shit. And that's how things get so messed up and screwed like that. Because it'd be a 5-hour conversation and we only see 3 minutes of it. I don't like that. They need to figure out a different way to do this, because that's insane. But they end up talking and they are starting their conversation. Kiki says she never intended to hurt Tisha the way that she did. That wasn't what she was trying to do. Tisha is just looking and taking it all in. You can tell in the back of Tisha's head, she's like, this girl is on some BS, but I'm going to listen anyway because I'm here. And the conversation continues on next episode. We don't get the whole gist. And I believe Kiki says she's going to go live again next week because she wants to address the rest of what they show. Because the episode ended in the middle of their conversation, the cliffhanger. So when the show comes back on next week, it's going to continue with that. And I guess Kiki is going to go live again and explain what happened. Apparently, for how it went with her, regardless of what they show, she needed to go live about it. So apparently it was a doozy. I'm going to watch that live so I can be privy when we come back next week and we can wrap it all up together. But it was so many conversations this episode, and it was a pretty decent episode. No drama. No Destiny still. We still ain't seen Destiny, y'all. Where's Destiny? Ooh, goodness. Where's Destiny? Did she get demoted to friend? Is she gonna be here at all? We heard on the reunion she got a new boo. We was gonna see him. So where's Destiny and her boo? We still have not seen Marcel yet, I believe. Have we seen Marcel yet? I don't even think we've seen Marcel yet. Oh, we did see him at the party or whatever, but nothing direct seen with him yet. And of course the Whitlows, my peoples. I know, whatever, y'all can say what y'all want, but the Whitlows. And we see Tiffany next week, because it looks like it's gonna be like they said she got fired. I don't know. See, we're gonna have to figure out. But next episode, it looks like almost Galentine 2.0. The girls are back together at a spa in red robes, and it's about to get thick between, was it either Kiki and Stormy or Tiffany and Stormy? Stormy's definitely part of this. I remember, and I see Tiffany, but I also remember Kiki, maybe all three. But next week, y'all, it's going down. And I'm going to be so mad if that scene is the last scene and that's going to be a cliffhanger. I bet you anything. Watch what I say, y'all. Next week is going to be a cliffhanger with that scene. because that looks very intense, like real intense. So we're going to get into some things next week with that. That's going to be the doozy, okay? Okay, I think we went through everything. Stormy and Kiki and half of the co-worker. Baby, stop it. Stop it, stop it, stop it. Don't be like that. You don't got to be like that. You really don't. Don't do that. Don't do that, Miss Betty. Don't do that. All right, y'all. That does it for this episode. Can't wait for that bit. Yes. We gonna get into it. I'm gonna need y'all to get on. I'm gonna need y'all to get on Mod next week. Tell her she is very unprofessional. You know what? Let me hold on. Let me see if she inboxed me that she isn't going to be able to make it. Let me stop. Let me check first. Oh, okay. She sent me a text. So we gonna forgive her. We ain't gonna do nothing. Mod, we love you. Hope everything is okay in your prayers. Dina is out living her best life. And I'm about to watch Succession. Does anyone watch Succession on HBO? This crazy, high-powered, dysfunctional white family who has some secret issues going on within. Yes, girls, y'all. Succession is a good-ass show. It's on its final season. It's only been like 4 seasons. It's a good binge. I'm telling you, it's worth everything. But I'm about to go watch that. Bibi, I love your new profile pic. Janika, thanks for coming through, girl. You know you're always welcome. My sister, Bibi, I'm telling you, that's a good show. I got my sister into it. I binge watched it like the first. Yeah, I binge watched the first season, and I followed up through the next seasons. And then I got my sister into it, and she binge watched 2 seasons in like 2-3 days. It is the ish, I'm telling you. And what's crazy is Will Ferrell. Yes, the comedian Will Ferrell. He's the executive producer of this show. I'm like, what? Will is a serious guy? Who knew? Yes. Janika, yes, girl. Y'all come back. Yes. Who called know about that? So, yes. Y'all don't. If y'all do, y'all know Logan died last episode, and I watched the narrative of how they talked about all that. So we about to see the whole grieving process and everything for the next rest of the season. It's gonna be good. I'm gonna do a final recap on that when that's done. But yes, so I'd highly recommend y'all get into that. It is one of the best shows in a long time. Okay. Please make sure you have liked this video. And if you have not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. And please make sure that you are subscribed and following me on CORQ Weight Loss Journey. And of course, I am on Instagram because I'm the Instagram queen. And that's where you can find me most and get in touch with me best. I will holler at you cats and kittens next time. I'll be back tomorrow night with Dina for Monday Mayhem, Sons of Anarchy. As y'all see, I got my TV pause. I'm about to watch it and get the notes ready for tomorrow night. We gonna be on it, y'all. So I'll see y'all tomorrow night for SOA. Y'all be easy. Thanks for watching. And I'm out this nasty thing.